What if there was one simple technique that could make your kids more curious, more eager to learn, and more positive about homeschooling? If I told you it only was a simple shift in the way you teach, would you want to know more about it? How could leaving your kids disappointed actually make them happier? Is it possible to do less and get more? That's what we're going to explore today in this video. Now stay tuned because I have a couple of great tips that will live up to the promise, and you'll be surprised at how easy it really is. Hi, my name is Laura from The Living Homeschool. I am a mom of 3, and I have homeschooled using the Charlotte Mason method for over 20 years now. And on this channel, I hope to encourage and inspire new and veteran homeschool moms alike as we do this great and worthy work. Now, if you find this video to have value, I would love it if you would subscribe and like, and you can click the bell, and so you get, some notifications when I upload in the future. All right, so it does seem like we are living in an era of hacks and tips and tricks. Every other person has a seemingly quick fix for life's problems. I'm sure some of them work great. Others of them, maybe more trick than fix. The problem is that so many of these hacks come to us, and as soon as the scroll is over, it's like the tip took the nearest exit to Forgetville. So I know for me, it's kind of like, was that teaspoon of olive oil supposed to be in the morning or the evening? Was the lemon water supposed to be hot or cold? Oh, yay, essential oils on the dryer balls. Yay, no, you'll burn your house down. So on this channel, I try to go a little bit deeper for you as we seek to homeschool our children well. But today, I actually do have a hack that works, and it's quite simple to remember. But there are 2 really important things that you have to remember. So stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to share those as well. All right, so here's the tip. End it early. That's it. Stop while they're still invested. Quit when things are going great. Leave them stunned. Leave them disappointed. Leave them cheering. Whatever the response, it will do one thing when you pick up that subject, next time around. They're going to be chomping at the bit to get back to it. And isn't that really what we want for our children? To be eager, curious, and happy about what they are learning. So what does this look like, in the real world of homeschooling? One of my favorite ways to use this tip is when I'm reading out of the literature or story time book. So right before the moment of action, at that pivotal turn in the story, or right at the moment of a new development. Now, you don't need to plan for it. You're going to know when the moment is right. So do it quietly. Just look up and close the book. Don't give in to the pleas for more. Sometimes you can, but if you're going to use this hack, you don't want to do that. You just smile sweetly and say, next time. And they'll probably go bananas, and that's kind of what we're going for here. This works really great in history readings as well, right before the battle ends, or right at a pivotal moment in some historical event, or if you're reading a science biography, right before the discovery, right before they dump this into that to find out what happens. That's when you end the reading. Math, I like to do it just when that new concept clicks. Like, wonderful, we're done for the day. Let's pick up. Mid-science experiment. Oh, this one's diabolical. Now, this sometimes won't work out, but if it can, right before you're going to do the next step and find out what happens, you end it there and leave it for the next day, maybe halfway through a spelling test. Now, I don't do graded tests in our homeschool, but if you do, you could just announce that you're canceling this one. And this one will get them every time. At breakfast, you simply announce that lessons are canceled for today and you're going to be packing lunches and going on a hike, or maybe you're going to go apple picking, or you're going to go visit the zoo. Now, this is not about dumping our responsibilities just to go have some fun instead. This is purposeful, it's intentional, it has an aim, an educational one. Because we can reinvigorate our lesson days when we leave them wanting more by actually cutting things short. This sense of missing out, the open curiosity loop, the unfinished moment, it's human psychology to want to fix it, to, have what's missing, to close the loop, to finish the thing and have a sense of completion. Now, I will admit, canceling the test is probably not those things, but it will give you mucho mom brownie points. And honestly, one skipped test a year is not going to hurt anybody. But these little shifts from the normal routine are like a shot of adrenaline into your homeschool. It really cleans the air, almost like a lightning strike. Yeah, it's a shock, but it's a fun one. So I want you to try it. You'll love, honestly, you're going to love what it does for your kids, but it comes with a warning. There are two really important things to be aware of, or you will blow up your homeschool in the worst way. So warning number one is you do not want to do this when the attitudes are poor. This is key. You never reward bad behavior or poor attitudes. So it feels counterintuitive to end a lesson when things are going well. It seems like we should end it when things are not. Now, there may be very specific time and place where you do bring a lesson to a close when attitudes are poor, but those are very, very few reasons for doing that. But this is not what we're talking about here. It's not the point. You want to pull this little trick out of your pocket on a really good day. That's how the magic happens. All right, so warning number 2, you want to use this hack sparingly. This is a once in a while kind of thing. This is not a weekly rhythm kind of thing. Even Disney World loses its magic if you go every week. So same idea here. It wouldn't be wise to do this academically anyway, but also it loses its effectiveness if it's utilized too often. You never want your kids to expect it or ask for it. In fact, if they're asking for it, that is a signal to you that the time is not right. All right, so you want to catch them surprised. You want to be judicious in how you use it. You're kind of like a homeschool ninja. Stealth wins the game. So have fun, quit early, leave them stunned, and enjoy the results. All right, till next time, bye-bye.